All right, man, let's continue to move on. I told you earlier, around the sports we go, there was a victory at AT&T Stadium Friday night, the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight. Jake Paul won again. And I'm not talking about in the ring. I'm really not talking about in the ring. Like Jake Paul, I'm feel how you feel about Jake Paul. Perfectly fine with that. He a punk, he a prick, he's a a-hole, whatever. The dude is winning. He has found a niche, and it's almost the Mayweather blueprint. It's almost, you're going to watch for one or two reasons. You are a fan of mine and you want to see me win, or you don't want to miss when I lose. And you hope that when I lose, it's an embarrassing crash out. But nonetheless, you watch. And he did it again Friday night at AT&T Stadium versus 58-year-old Mike Tyson. There were some good undercards before that. The Katie Taylor and what's her opponent? Serrano. The fight before that was a good fight. But the intrigue of the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight, there were some rules that people said was there. Mike couldn't do all this kind of stuff. However you feel about it, 60+ million people viewed this fight. 60+. I mean, we're talking about Super Bowl numbers here. We're talking about major sporting event numbers. Netflix didn't have the proper server. I don't know if your server was like if your Netflix was like my Netflix, it was buffering throughout the fights. You had to log out, log back in, and it didn't have enough. The server wasn't big enough. That's how many people watched a 58-year-old Mike Tyson take on a YouTuber. Now, for one, I thought, man, boy, if Mike can get him early, he may have a chance. Now, I will say, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and even the clips that I watched, the warm-up clips, that wasn't the same. To me, it wasn't the same Mike Tyson. There wasn't, even in the early rounds, there wasn't a barrage of head movement, punches thrown, attacking. And I know it's different when someone's there to punch you back, but he looked a shell of himself. Now, it's 58 years old. I'm not here to make any excuses. But Jake Paul won again. $18.1 million at the gate. It is a non-Vegas record. 70+ thousand was in the stadium that night. 70,000 for a boxing match. And oh yes, by the way, the curtains were down. Let me address that. So I know people get upset about Jerry not using the curtains or when he used the curtains. Here's what you have to understand. When Jerry rents out his house, AT&T Stadium, the people who he rented to, they now, remember that I'm the captain now. So it's not like, Jerry put the curtains up for them. No, they run the house that night. Once I pay you my money, I run the house that night. Whatever our contract says, I run the house that night. If I decide I want the roof open, the roof will be open if the weather is permitted. If I decide I want the curtains up, the curtains will go up. If I want the doors open, the doors will be open because I rented the facility. So I get to call the shots and what happens. So it's not like Jerry was like, I'm going to put them up for the concerts and the fights, but I'm not going to put them up for the games. Jerry controls what happens on the games. Jerry don't control, in the sense, no mind you, in the sense, he doesn't control what happens at the fight. But make no mistake about it, like Jerry is smart in the sense, well, you pay me to rent the facility. Yeah, you get the gate, but I get parking and I get concessions. So Jerry's making the rental money. He's still getting parking. He ain't giving parking up. He ain't giving that up. And he's like, oh yeah, by the way, I own the concession, Legends Concessions. That they're me. So he gets the rental money, the concession stand money, and the parking money. The other folks get the whatever money that they get in advertising and the door, the tickets, the gate. $18.1 million at the gate, 60 plus million viewers on Netflix, a packed house, right? What you got for me, Tay? You about to say something?
Mike's statement about almost dying as well.
At the fight?
Yeah. Oh, just before.
Oh, so this is Mike says. Oh yeah, it was postponed. So this is one of the situations where you lost, but you still won. I'm grateful for last night. No regrets to get in the ring one last time. I almost died in June. Had 8 blood transfusions, lost half of my blood and 25 pounds in the hospital, and had to fight to get healthy to fight. So I won. To my children, to have my children see me stand toe to toe and finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter half my age in front of a packed Dallas Cowboy stadium is an experience that no man has the right to ask for. Thank you. So Tyson almost died in June, came back and fight. And, I mean, not a bad consolation prize. He walks away with $20 million. That's why Mike said, I don't give a damn about legacy. F legacy. F that. My kids can't eat legacy. They can eat with their $20 million. So think about it. He made $10 million with the Roy Jones fight a couple years ago. Was that 4 or 5 years ago? And now he made 20 plus million. Now he made 20 just for fighting. Ain't no telling what he made in his endorsements and stuff like that. So we could say Mike probably walked away with another $20 million and that kind of stuff, $30 million maybe. Mike probably walked away anywhere between $30 and $50 million for 16 minutes. I'll take that. Like for Mike to get back in training and get healthy, that's a lifestyle. Like that's something that he can help him in life, right? And then he goes and play, for 16 minutes worth of work, I made anywhere between $30 to $50 million. So yeah, Jake Paul wins again. But wait. Jake Paul's about to win another time. Guess who is talking about they want to fight Jake Paul? Now, I don't know if Jake Paul will take this fight, but he can walk to the bank again. The legendary SOG, Son of God, Andre Ward, says, I would take the conversation. If Jake Paul wants to fight old guys, I've been out of the ring for 7 years. I'm willing to have the discussion. Now, that is even more intriguing, tantalizing, and sellable than Mike Tyson. Because while Andre Ward has been absent from the ring for so long, he is not an old guy. He's not 58 years old. He's not Roy Jones. He's not Mike Tyson. And he's still close enough in age where you're like, if Jake Paul beats him, now you have to give him some major props and respect. Now, he's lost to Tommy Fury, who was more skilled boxer than him. I don't know if he wanted to get in the ring with Andre Ward. But I would love to see it. I tell you one thing. If Andre Ward and Jake Paul fought, they'll get $60 million. They'll get 60 million folks again. They'll get 60. I hope Netflix is right. They'll get 60 million plus again. They'll break some more records because this is even more of a sellable fight. This is even more because now there's a real chance of, ain't no playing around with Andre Ward. So Andre Ward and a lot of other people have said, right? A lot of people say, because they go, man, listen, I'll take the dive for 20 million. I don't know if Andre Ward will, but it'll be an interesting fight if Andre Ward accepts.